One thing that most successful Etsy sellers have in common is leveraging data to make informed decisions. Now, what I want to show you in this video is not a new source of data, but it is a new presentation that makes it a lot easier and more efficient for us to use when spying on our competition and studying to see what the best sellers are doing that perhaps we can learn from and implement in our own Etsy listings. So that's what I want to show you in this video. Let's get to it. So what inspired this video is number one, wanting to sell more on Etsy, of course, but number two, how we're going to do it efficiently, right? Because I'm always thinking of the workflows, how much time and effort goes into these things. We're going to leverage Everbee's on-page metrics, okay, to inform our decision-making process on Etsy. Now, we can choose any example product that we want. You notice on Etsy here, they're kind of steering people towards frightful and delightful Halloween essentials and festive fall decor. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click shop now on the festive fall decor. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just kind of looking at what products are people buying that Etsy is steering people towards purchasing. So the first thing we see looks like a print on demand doormat, something that we are certainly capable of offering to our customers. Now, let me show you how we can leverage data that is available to us, all right, using Everbee. So I'm gonna go open up a new tab and I'm gonna type in fall doormat, okay? Keep it simple, right? And then what I'm gonna do is try not to click any ads. So the first row, ad by Etsy seller, we'll skip past that. Let's go to the next row and let's open up some of these and just kind of study one of the most important metrics when it comes to selling on any platform, Etsy included, of course. That would be the conversion rate. But I wanted to show you that with Everbee's on-page metrics, and by the way, you can check Everbee out for free using the link in the description. It won't give you the full metrics that you see here. Obviously, I've got the full Everbee subscription, but it is still better than nothing, honestly. I would still use it. So you can see Everbee has this doing about 67 sales a month when you click it, and then you get the pop out on the right-hand side. So like I said, it's nothing new. These metrics have been available to Everbee users and extremely, hopefully if you got Everbee, you've been leveraging this information. But I like that now it's right there in the page, right in front of us, so we can quickly and easily open up multiple tabs. By the way, if you didn't know, you can use mouse 3. That's the middle mouse wheel, the mouse wheel button. And if you click, it opens up multiple listings. That's how I did that. So you can see here what I really wanted to show you. So total sales, 142. Views, 10,498. Boom, conversion rate. That's what I'm actually really interested in right here. 1.35%. Now, is that good? I don't know. We should probably compare it to some of the other fall doormats, the other products indexed on those search terms. So I can go over here to the next one. Everbee's got the conversion rate at 0.61%. So that is, on a relative basis, about half of the conversion rate of this first one. So if I'm learning and taking notes, I'm thinking I want to look more like this listing, or it could be the design as well, right? It's not a guarantee, but I would want to look more like this listing than this listing, okay? And sometimes I attribute, you know, some of the success not only to the design, but it could also be to the SEO. Are you targeting the right keywords? Or is it design elements that are generic? Like what do you have in the corners here with the pumpkins, the coffee, you know what I mean? The girls' boots versus, you know, actually there's boots there, there's coffee and there's pumpkins. So I guess they must have a similar source for their mockups. Anyways, let's compare to the next one. Okay, this one, 5% conversion rate. So clearly they're doing something right. And if we want to kind of, hey, like I said, zoom out, maybe take notes. Is it the design, right? Is it the primary mockup? Like I attribute a lot on Etsy to the primary mockup. It could be subtle things that aren't even relevant to what they're actually buying, like these vibrant orange flowers in the corners that I don't think we saw on the previous. Yeah, we did not really see them on the previous mockups. So perhaps if we're going to sell doormats, guys, like having a killer primary mockup template can make such a huge difference. And you're really flying blind without this information that Everbee's putting right there at our fingertips. Okay, like I said, it's not new, but with the on-page metrics, it is a lot easier to digest. So conversion rate 5%. Love that. Here's another one. Conversion rate 1.87%. More of a basic mock-up here. It doesn't really look like it's at a door. It looks like it's out on a back porch, which I guess is completely fine, but just worth noting. And here's just one more, conversion rate 1.92%, so closing in on 2%. I do like the color contrast here in this mock-up quite a bit. They've got it branded with their shop, so I think that looks pretty professional there. And just overall, I like this mat. It's got a combination of design elements, right? It's got kind of the patterned pumpkins in the background, and then it's got the, you know, very Etsy-esque script font that just says welcome. So I like this. And guys, hopefully, is this making sense that we are trying to use actual information from listings that are already out here that are successful to inform our decision-making process if we're going to compete? So we use doormats here as an example. We can sell these through a number of print-on-demand production partners. Let's go back to the fall decor default view that Etsy suggested to us. Okay, how about that? Print-on-demand candles. We can sell those. So how about we do, what did that one say? The first word was pumpkin. What if we say like pumpkin candle? I don't know if that's going to come up with results or not, but hey, we're thinking outside the box. So some of these are going to be like pumpkin scented, which maybe my keywords were not the best. How about we do something like fall inspired candle? Okay, let's see what comes up. So pumpkin spice, a lot of the same stuff actually. So perhaps maybe my keywords were not the best. Pumpkin spice latte. People are making these look like actual drinks. It's crazy. How about we do Halloween candle then? Just keep it simple. We'll go back up to the top. Halloween candle. Okay, this is more like it. For print-on-demand sellers, by the way, what you just saw is like real-time research. I could have just edited that out, but sometimes if you're thinking like I want to sell candles for fall, what you just saw is that the keywords I used based on what Etsy's pushing towards the top, which is probably what is generating the most sales among buyers, was not for really print-on-demand candles. So unless you have the actual candles that you saw people were buying with the pumpkin spice and the little coffee decorations, you probably want to pivot to something else or continue to refine your keywords till you see search results that more closely mimic what you can sell, right, through whatever print-on-demand production partner you're using for your candles. But I know something like this, certainly. Okay, and we got Etsy's picks here. I just want to make sure I don't click any ads. Don't want to waste people's money. Some of these are crazy, though. Let's open up a couple of these. I'm actually excited to see these. Okay, scroll past the ads. Do not click them, Ryan. Pumpkin pie, fallen leaves. These are interesting. Some really cool designs here, too. So this first one says pumpkin spice, chai latte, rustic, woodwick, coconut soy candle. This could be POD. It might not be POD, but the conversion rate, that's the highest we've seen today, 5.8%. Granted, we're in a different product now, looking at candles, but I just love that as a design style in general. And then, of course, they've got the various fall elements in the past. This does not look like a mock-up. This looks like the seller went outside, gathered some leaves and some pumpkins, and then took a photo close up of the actual product. And, you know, maybe that's like a refreshing thing that the buyers might want these days. They're tired of the mock-ups. They want to see some imperfections. Either way, this is doing really well, this listing. So 5.8%. This one looks more like a mock-up. I don't see really any imperfections to note. That being said, let's just round that up. Say 2% conversion rate. So perhaps people do actually prefer the photo. Who knows? You can't tell exactly, right? But again, just take notes, right? If you're really serious about selling Halloween candles, which is what we looked for, you're going to want to study, you know, more than 5 listings. You know what I mean? Spend 10 minutes and study 25 listings, take notes mentally or write them down, and see what you can implement in your listings. Whether it's, again, it could be keywords as well. Like I haven't spent too much time on the keywords because we typed in general keywords into Etsy. We didn't really refine the searches. That is something else you could do as well. But I really like leveraging this conversion rate metric because to me it says a lot. It has a lot to do most likely with the primary thumbnail to start. We know that's where most buyers' eyes go first. Then they're going to look at things like price point, of course, as well. That's going to be a huge factor. Things like reviews on the shop, reviews on the product itself. Anyways, this says Belle and Happy, the Haunted Carnival. Ghostly laughter, carousel spins, haunted carnival where nightmares begin. And who knows? I mean, you guys could probably find a way of offering like personalized candles as well, right? I mean, why not? Anyways, 2% conversion rate. Whoa, this one's got an 8.5 conversion rate. And this is just called Pumpkin Bliss. I don't know that this is really a print-on-demand candle as much as it is just a really nice scented candle. It says Pumpkin Bliss, ginger, allspice, cinnamon, pumpkin, brown sugar, nutmeg, clove, molasses, and vanilla. Is that a candle or is that like a dessert dish? I guess based on what we saw, they're not too far apart. Anyways, this listing's killing it. $25, and it's still converting extremely well, 8.55%. But it doesn't seem like they're really competing with the print-on-demand sellers. It looks like it's just a nice candle. That being said, take note, from a mock-up perspective, it is just a white background that draws all your attention straight to the candle and the scent and the ingredients itself. So sometimes that could be your strategy. This has a 3.8 conversion rate. It says Hallows Eve. Now, I think when we saw this candle, it was cropped in a way that really highlighted the candle itself. Yeah, you can see right here over my shoulder. So in this case, like when you actually get to the listing, it's not a great, primary thumbnail because the product itself probably occupies like 20% max of the thumbnail itself, and it's sitting all the way at the bottom. So all that space up here at the top was kind of just extra that probably could have been trimmed. But they did the important thing and they cropped it on the primary mockup that shows in search results. So just wanted to call attention to that. 3.8% conversion rate. Next one, pumpkin pie. Again, maybe it's print on demand, probably not. But also, like, if you're going to sell print on demand candles, and again, I mean, it's Etsy, right? You can offer personalization in one click. Why not do something and then just say like, hey, the scent is what it is. But if you want to maybe prank your friends by putting funny, a funny candle name or funny ingredients, like I don't know why that, wouldn't work. And you can see here that this is a very basic template in terms of the sticker there with the candle information, but 4.86%, so just under 5%. It's got the, kind of rustic elements there associated with the scent of the candle. Aromatherapy, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, sweet orange. So all the elements there that are included in the photo, selected, probably hand selected. I can't tell if that's a mock-up or not though. It doesn't have any imperfections that I can really see, but it looks like a photo. Before we wrap, why don't we do one more example with Halloween sweatshirts, all right? Right up the alley of print-on-demand sellers. So if you're still here with me, let's see what we can take away. 1.5% conversion rate here on the Halloween Town. We've got the Gildan 18,000 with the rolled sleeves. We know how popular those were last year. A bunch of us probably used these mock-ups. I know I've certainly used them myself. All right. 88 people have bought this in the last 24 hours. That is insane. And new markdown, biggest sale in the last 60 days. So they are perhaps running a sale, generating, as many sales as possible in the near term to boost their organic rank in the long term. You can see here that they've also got different SKUs. They've got the sweatshirt, the short sleeve shirt, V-neck, tank top, long sleeve, youth as well, all included in one listing, which probably helps their conversion rate. I can't imagine that it hurts it. And we've even seen like friend of the channel, Steven, talk about when he's selling like Christmas ornaments, putting actual different designs in one listing to help boost your conversion rate as well, because that is a metric that, of course, Etsy and Amazon, eBay, Walmart, etc. are all going to track. Here's one, Boo embroidered Halloween sweatshirt, conversion rate 0.35%. So if there's one thing we've noticed so far, the print-on-demand apparel conversion rate seems to be significantly lower. Next one, we've got the military green Gildan 18,000, conversion rate 1.5%. This is a cool lace design. Is that real? Or is that just like printed on? I mean, it must just be printed on, right? But I like that design. It's different. And apparently it's got other people doing double takes as well. 2.6% conversion rate, and it's a bestseller on Etsy. So well done to whoever is selling this. Take note of, any other mock-up elements. You got kind of the girl in the foreground. The background's a little bit blurred. We know that can be popular for, photos and video. Next one, retro ghost reading books sweatshirt, 0.6%, and a very similar mock-up with the, again, military green Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt with the rolled sleeves, cropped to be, very much front and center. And what do you know? Same sweatshirt. So military green Gildan 18,000 rolled sleeves. Conversion rate 1.72%. Now the price point of this one was $16. This one says $7.99 plus. So the conversion rate on this one, 1.72%, significantly higher than this. Could it be related to lower prices? Certainly, because it's a very similar mock-up. what do you know? Another green Gildan 18,000, $8.39 is the price point that they're advertising. Of course, you're probably going to find all the different product types here in the drop down. Of course you do. Conversion rate is 1%. And one more. This one got the Halloween characters from various movies, which honestly is for sure infringement. And then you got the Friends logo, for sure infringement there too. I would not be caught dead selling this. Let's see their shop. It only has 79 sales. And this will probably be somebody who, you know, is complaining in a Facebook group that their account was closed and they don't know why. But I think we all know why. Anyways, conversion rate, it is a nice design. 2.8%. So one of the highest ones we've seen for POD apparel. Anyways, selling POD apparel on Etsy, still definitely possible, still profitable. Dare I say harder than ever? Probably, based on the interest in selling print on demand on Etsy, as I'm sure you guys are well aware, but do not shy away from it. Number one, you don't have to sell apparel. You can sell print on demand doormats like we first saw, or candles. But Everbee is giving us this data, that the same data they've always been giving us, right? But they're putting it now right there front and center for Everbee users. And I don't know about you guys, but I love leveraging that to essentially create my edge over my competition so that I can be one of the best sellers and not one of the people that's just buried on page 2 or worse of search results, because I implement what I learn. Thank you guys for watching this video and kind of spying on my process. If you found it helpful, Everbee's linked in the description. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another new video.